everything in life is related. It's interconnected. There's nothing separate. Anything that occurs in your life today and every day is connected. The most seemingly insignificant events are very, very important. And though you may dismiss them, you shouldn't, because they all play a important role. I keep saying important, so that must be the word of the hour, Mitzi. And what Mitzi's going to do, we're going to start off the show like we always do by pulling one of those pieces of paper out of that tin can. And when she pulls it out, there's about 500 in there, and she'll just pull one at random. And then we're going to take different sorts of books. Everything from, well, who's that? That's M. Scott Peck, MD, and we've got some astrology books, and we've got some success books, the Eugene, we got some Vernon Howard. Okay. What have you got, Mitzi?
2 popped.
Oh, you got 2. All right.
Popped out of this one.
All right. Let's see how they're going to play together. What you got, honey?
Passion is very selective. Do nothing else but be available enough to find yours.
Wow. Did you hear that? That is worth repeating. Say it again, honey.
Passion is very selective. Do nothing else but be available enough to find yourself. Yours.
Find yours. Okay. So what Mitzi is saying on that piece of paper here is that passion is very selective. That means that you, inside of you, Mitzi, there's something that it loves. Okay, I'm going to tie it to your soul. Your soul is here to express something while you're alive. And it is very selective, according to this paper. Do nothing else but be available enough to find yours. So all during the day, like I said when I first went on here, everything is connected. So all during the day, everywhere, every place, everything that you do, there are clues and symbols and signs and omens showing you whether you are pursuing your passion or whether you're not. Whether you are trying to fulfill, I love that word, fill your day full of yourself. But whether you are earnestly and honestly and authentically following your passion, or whether you're off the course and trying to placate another or trying to sublimate your desires. I love that word, sublimate. I love that word. Throwing yourself away and trying to please another, which always brings disappointment in one way or the other. Okay, let's see what's the other one, since you pulled 2.
It fell out of that one.
Okay, it fell out of that one. Let's see. Whoever told you you were special lied. Whoever told you you were special lied. You like that one, Mitzi? Okay, so we're just going to zoom right along here. How you want to start, honey? You call it, and we'll go with it. That's what we usually do with Bridget. I just leave it up to her, and if she wants to read a book, if she wants to pull a stick, whatever she wants to do, I leave it up to her. You want to pull a stick? Go with it, please, sweetie. And, of course, I write down stuff all during the hour so that we can see how it fits together.
38.
38. All right, number 38. You want it out of this? You want it out of that? Which one you want it out of? All right, pick that up. That book's all to pieces. That's Cosmic Therapy Through Art. That's a book that I wrote. And incidentally, for any of you who are interested, if you would like to know more about Mode of Cosmic Therapy or Paula Andrea Pyle, just go on the internet and Google Paula Andrea Pyle, Mode of Cosmic Therapy, either one, and you will discover some very interesting things, very funny things that are relevant to the things that we're saying today and just might be relevant to your own life. You decide. Okay, what you got, baby?
Joke's on you.
Joke's on you. And incidentally, that is an article that's on the internet, and she'll be touching on it today, but there'll be something on the internet that's similar to that. All right, let's show the picture. I said I wasn't going to zoom, but Sandy, I'm going to zoom. All right, Brandy, you ready to zoom? Let's see this picture. All right, you see it looks like just an apartment building with a window in the summertime with a fan stuck in the window. The joke's on you. Life is simple. Simple, simple, simple. We try to complicate it too much, Mitzi. All right, let's start reading. What we got, baby?
What do you mean that you have felt like an outsider all of your life?
Stop it. What do you mean? What do you mean? Hey, Brandy, hello. Welcome. I forgot to say hello to you today. And Sandy, how are you today? Glad to have you both. What do you mean? You've felt like an outsider. Felt like an outsider. Have you ever felt like that, Mitzi? An outsider, meaning that you didn't belong? You didn't? Okay. Go ahead.
That you somehow didn't belong here.
Okay.
You didn't quite understand the rules, so instead of carving out a rat's hole for yourself to adapt, you tried to emulate others, doing your best to fit in.
Doing your best to fit in. Doing your best to fit in. How many of you are doing your best to fit in? How many of you think that it's real important that people think well of you? That they think you're a good person, Brandy? That they think you're a good person, you're a nice person. Is that important to you? Really, is it? Well, Brandy's saying no. Is it important, Mitzi, as human beings? People want... Why? Why do you think it's important that people think good of you? I mean, as a human being, not...
To assure you that you're doing something right.
Okay. And who determines what's right?
Well, we think the outside of us think the answer is outside of us, but it's really inside of us.
Okay. Thank you. Wow. Did y'all hear Mitzi? Talking about the answers. We try to do what appears to be right on the outside, but sometimes what appears to be right on the outside is absolutely wrong on the inside. And that's when we get in trouble, and that's when we go back to, what was the first thing? Passion is very selective. Do nothing else but be available to find yours. If you're not passionate, truly, truly passionate about what you're doing every day, it does not matter how much money you're making. It does not matter what position you've got in this life. It does not matter how many letters are behind your name. If you don't jump out of bed and are excited to be alive and sexually fulfilled, because passion is sexual fulfillment, and sexual fulfillment is the highest spiritual attainment that you can have in this life. Now, what in the world did I just say? Did I say that I sound like I'm a horny toad? Did I sound like that? Well, I hope so. I hope I did. Sexuality is the highest form of spirituality available to mankind. And we use it in the lowest rung, which is certainly pleasurable, and that's what it's about. You know, intercourse and all those things that are very, very pleasurable. But it goes beyond that. Sexual energy is artistic energy. It is sacred artistic energy that one can use to do anything from painting to writing to drawing to building bridges to creating all sorts of all various kinds of beautiful bridges is what comes to mind. I'm always thinking about bridges, but cures for medicine and anything, honey, anything in this life. Beautiful meal, a delicious meal. People don't realize, but when you create a beautiful meal for your family or for someone you love, you are using the highest form of sexual energy you can. Now, when you sit down to eat a meal and it's bland, that person didn't put any sexual energy into it when they had no passion. Okay, go ahead, sweetie.
You tried to impress and stand tall, but you never really do, and you know that. That's what makes you feel so desertedly miserable most of the time. Okay.
So you're saying when we try to impress or we want to be impressed, that's when we are the most dishearteningly miserable. All right, go ahead.
You don't know where you belong. You
Woo!
don't know.
Wait a minute. What did you just say?
You don't know where you belong.
You don't know where you belong. All right. Go ahead.
You don't know where you really want to be.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know who you are, what you are, want, or what it would take to make you happy.
Is that the truth? Now, most people believe they know what it would take to make them happy. Do you think you know what it would take to make you happy? Are you happy?
As happy as I can be right now.
There you go. There's an answer. So sometimes you're happy and sometimes you're not. But right this minute, you're as happy as you can be.
Right.
Because even if you were, you're on television, you ain't going to say you aren't, huh? But you are.
But I am happy right now.
Okay. So you must be where you want to be. Because what that's saying is if you're where you want to be, doing what you want to do, saying what you want to say, you're happy. But anytime you're not doing those things, you're unhappy. But we can put it on the outside of us, like you said we did, and say, it's him. He caused it. Do you know he ran out on me? He was so unfaithful, and he has cheated and lied so much. That's not my problem. That's got everything in the world to do with him. And if I was in tune with myself, whatever was going on with him wouldn't have anything to do with me. Yes?
Yes.
Tell me why. Or just talk about that a minute.
Because you wouldn't be putting emphasis on him. You would feel what you're feeling.
Woo!
And not what he's feeling. Because
And-
his feelings are totally different than what yours are.
That's exactly right, honey. Thank you very much. That was good, wasn't it, Brandy? That was a good answer. Brandy said yeah. All right, let's go.
And you certainly don't know what it is you want to do with the rest of your life. You try in vain to lock the doors, shut the curtains while you cover your head in bed, but you only end up feeling suffocated and angry, so mad because you can't snap your fingers and make it all better. Sure, you've tried different things with each hoping it would be one thing you're looking for that would fulfill your needs. It's not. So you tried educating yourself, and then you realize you don't really like what you're pursuing. The subject simply doesn't interest you.
Stop again, honey. The subject simply doesn't interest you. You know, a lot of people are working on jobs that they hate. You know, and a lot of people that are working on those jobs are working on those jobs because they have to be at the time. You know, right now they haven't pursued anything else, haven't even thought that it was possible to pursue something else. And sometimes the money does not even equal out what it is they think that they're sacrificing every day when they go to work. Sometimes the money is very good, but it's not worth it if you're not passionate, if you're truly not passionate about what you're doing. And so that's what you're telling me right now. You're telling me that when you get up in the morning, you need to say, am I happy? Am I truly happy? Happiness is a fleeting thing. We're not going to be happy all the time, Mitzi.
Right.
Anyway, there's going to be some days you just get up and you feel blah. But I'm meaning every day that you're here, mean it, mean it, mean it. I heard that going on. Mean it, mean it, mean it, Paula, mean it. When we get up in the days, every day that we're here alive on earth, enjoy it. Laugh more. We were talking about that. Laugh, Randy. The doggone whole journey's a joke. Joke's on you. Okay, let me hear it.
You've tried different things with each hope.
That's okay. That's all right. That's a sentence needs to be repeated. We've tried different things, hoping it would be the thing, but it wasn't the thing. Because we're looking for something out of it, Mitzi. We want something from it instead of just enjoying doing it. We're getting it all the time. If we're looking what we're going to get down the road, well, what are we doing in between here and there? Being miserable? And then when we get it, the search is over, so the misery seeps right back in. But if we were just enjoying sitting here. You enjoying this?
Yeah, I'm tense as can be sitting here, but yeah.
But you are having a fun time.
Yes.
All right? Convinced them.
Well, there ain't no convince.
Okay. That's again, people don't know what's going on inside of you. Huh. No matter what you tell them. You could do, that's the same thing if somebody was lying or felt or what you perceived as a lie about yourself. There's no way to convince that person differently, is there?
No.
People have their own opinions. So you're wasting your energy and your time, and you're causing yourself undue misery by trying to be concerned about it or wanting to change their minds. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this subject simply doesn't interest you enough to spend your entire life doing it. It seems you are perpetually going around and around in circles, ending up in the same old place, facing the same old dilemma, not knowing how to resolve your particular situation.
Okay.
You know in your gut there's got to be an answer for you, but you just don't seem to be able to find it.
It's got to be an answer. It's got to be an answer, Mitzi's saying for you, but you can't find it. Are you looking in the wrong place?
The wrong place is not going on inside of you. You're not being connected with yourself.
I heard that. You got to connect. You got to see what you're passionate about, not what somebody says you're passionate about, and not what somebody says you should be interested in. That's just like trying to say you can choose who you love. You can't choose who you love any more than you can choose to stop loving that person. You agree?
Mm.
Okay.
The truth is,
She really is happy. She really is. She's a Tarzan.
I'm usually behind the scenes.
Yes. This is the first time here in Raleigh for Mitzi to be up front, and so it's a little different view, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
From behind scenes and up front. I hear you. Behind scenes. I said mean it and behind the seas. Mean it. I was going to say scenes, but I said sea. Seek the water. Okay.
Today, the truth is you don't want to see it. Why? Because you will have to make some pretty hard choices and decisions based upon what you discover.
Hard choices. So we don't want to see. We really don't. We complain all the time. We criticize a lot. We comment a whole lot. Mm-hmm. We gossip more than that. But we don't want to see whatever it is that we are saying that we want for ourselves. We don't want to, because if we see that which we're passionate about, I think I dropped it on the floor. Thanks, honey.
That one's the other one.
Oh, okay. If we, in fact, find that which we're truly passionate about, we're going to have to make some hard choices. And most of the time, we're scared to make those choices. We think that the things we want are right out here, but usually things that we want are masked, ED, and hidden deeply in things that we don't recognize or we dismiss as unimportant. Okay.
You no longer will be able to maintain the face of inaccuracy.
You can't maintain a face of inaccuracy. Inaccuracy. I like that word. When you are following your passion. You know why? Because you don't give a doggone. You do not give a doggone anymore. You are following that which you love, that which is instilled within you, that which